What's up, Brysonians? It's character rework day. What's going on, Choogie?
What is up? We're reworking. Working and reworking.
Heck yeah. Our buddy, well, my buddy, I love playing Raynor, I don't know about you. My buddy Raynor got a rework as well.
Yeah. So I'll
So anybody who
admit
doesn't
I
play
was
him,
less I don't play him that much because well, I liked him at first, but I don't know.
I mean, he
I
is
don't
just
know.
like sit in the
I
lane,
just
kill the dudes.
I just yeah, I just think there's kind of more fun characters to play. Not that he's not good, because I've seen some amazing things come out of this guy with more better players than me, but there's just stuff that I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, yeah, sit in your lane, pick off the
Yeah,
dudes,
yeah,
just keep swimming. Like, it's not,
yeah.
it's definitely an autopilot
'Cause-
kind of character.
yeah. Because part of it, and maybe it'll change now, because the lone quest I think kind of ruins what I would always take as his original quest. Where so his trait, we'll get into that really fast, because that's pretty much um the biggest change with him when he got his big rework. His trait used to just be he had bonus range and bonus vision than any other character. He had a longer range and longer vision than any other character, which was boring. Now it's give him some pepper, and it's every fourth basic attack splashes in a small area. It deals 125% more damage to the main target, and then you do splash damage to anyone around them. And so the one talent I always would choose was basically, if you do give him some pepper, your fourth attack, on a hero, it will increase the damage of the give him some pepper fourth attack. So
Yeah, from there on
basically,
out.
do your fourth attack on a hero, it gains damage. So it just, and it is just a big, if your fourth attack is not on a hero, it's disappointing. And if you get three and the hero runs away out of your vision, out of your range, and you can't hit him, it's disappointing, and I found it stressful. Not stressful, but it's just like, it's so important to land those hits to get that bonus, because it was one of those things where the bonus didn't have a cap to it. So you just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So if you didn't get that fourth hit, it was very disappointing. It was very rewarding when you got it, and very disappointing if you didn't get it. Um, which makes him become more of a hero hunter. Again, kind of like Zul'jin, when you pick those talents where you gotta get kills on heroes, you're very motivated to leave your lane and search for heroes if the hero you need to kill is not there. And that's kind of the same with him.
Yeah.
If there's no heroes in that lane, um, then you need to go. You need to go, because uh, so it's a little bit tough. And perhaps I wonder if that's maybe why he got reworked a bit. But for Raynor, let's talk about Veteran Marksman, because that's the one that got changed. That used to be the damage one. Um, so Veteran Marksman, the lone is you gain 60% bonus, give him some pepper damage. And every death reduces this by 15%. So again,
Oof.
4 deaths and it's gone. But 60% is really strong. You are should be clearing some lanes pretty fast, I think. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the quest, though, every time the primary target of Give You Some Pepper is a hero, you permanently increase its bonus damage by 0.75%. So kind of the same bit. Um, because before used to keep track of your base damage, and then your splash damage had two different counters on it. Now this is just a it's just a one thing. So the hard part with this is that my math is not strong right now. So 60%. Okay, this is what we don't know. We don't know the damage of the splash damage. We don't know what percentage of your base damage is given to splash. So we don't know that. But your main target gets 125% more damage. Uh, so this would make it 185 more damage to the primary target, and it'll be 60% more splash damage. So that's all good, but you can lose it. Um, and then on top of that, if you don't lose it though, you're gonna keep gaining 0.75%, which kind of sounds like a
Yeah, it's
shit
gonna be.
number because it could have at least been 1%. You know, it's not even a full percent. Um, so that's what makes it kind of harder. And if you lose your 4 deaths, if you die 4 times and you lose that 60% bonus, it's going to take you a long time to get that 0.75% up back up to the 60.
Yes.
So,
I mean, it will, but I guess
yes.
since you have the chance of getting it back, I guess that makes me feel a little better about taking it. But
Yeah, so if you take it, you got a big chunk which is nice, and then you slowly add to it. But if once you die, I mean, hell, it's going to take a good chunk of a match to get to the 15%. Just to So basically, the veteran marksman, it just seems unfun to me. Again, I haven't used it yet. We haven't played any of the rework characters yet, but it seems unfun to me where your sole purpose is if you die, all you're doing is just replacing what you lost and you're not gaining anything.
yeah,
So I don't know how great this is or how crappy it is, but it sounds depressing. It
so what do you
sounds
think
depressing.
instead?
My thought would be ace in the hole.
Okay.
So enemy heroes hit by give 'em some pepper are slowed by 10%, uh, for 2.5 seconds. Penetrating rounds uh, deals 25% more damage to stunned or slowed heroes. So you can do a good one, two. Now the bummer with this one is again it has to be given some pepper. So that's your fourth attack. Um, and it's the same issue with before. If there's no hero or they get out of your range, or you accidentally click on a minion and not a hero, then your hero's not gonna suffer from give him some pepper.
I am not a good enough
And
player to switch. I'm not a good enough player to be like 1, 2, 3 and switch. So
yeah, yeah. So and I think now since I just explained that, I think my problem with Raynor is I think I just don't like give him some pepper.
maybe
Like on paper, I
that checks
like
out.
it. When you use it, it's fine. But since you can make that better, but it has to be on a hero, and it's four attacks. I don't know. It doesn't four attacks of a gap. The gap it takes to get your fourth hit out, it's kind of too long. And if you miss it, then you're like, oh, now I gotta wait 8 attacks before I can get this. So
Yeah.
um, the main reason why I thought this would be good is if you get your pepper on an enemy, now they're slowed by just a little bit. Now you can pop your Q, your penetrating round, and do 25% more damage to them. So that's why I'm going ace in the hole.
Okay.
So if there's any major Raynor fans out there, I'm sorry if I disappoint you with this build. I didn't have as much fun with this build than I did with the other 4 characters. Even Joanna, who I think is kind of boring. I had more, I saw more potential and fun in her build than I did with Raynor's.
Ooh, bold
Which
words. All the Raynor
I
fans are
love.
gonna come for you.
I know. I love Raynor, so it really is upsetting me that I'm not enjoying him like I used to. So for this one, this is kind of a tough one because they're all pretty good. Um, but I'm gonna lean on Behemoth armor. I think that's what we did last time. So right off the
Oh no, it
bat,
was
so
sustaining rounds before.
he's. Oh, did we sustaining rounds?
That's why I have
Give him
hearted,
some
but
pepper. Heals Raynor for 3% of his max health, increased to 6%. The prone target is a hero. Um, that's fine. The problem with it is you're only healing on your fourth attack.
right.
So that's the only. You don't have to hit a hero with it, which is nice, but you need to survive for three. Even if you are facing a hero, you're going back and forth with each other. You have to survive 3 hits before your fourth hit will give you some health back. And it's 3% and 6%. He's a ranged assassin, so his health is going to be on the lower side of things. So even that percentage isn't going to be as large of a number than you think it might be. So I'm concerned sustaining rounds isn't going to keep you very sustained.
Yeah. No, it checks out. I think Behemoth
Uh,
armor is really good looking.
Behemoth armor I think is nice because 200 max health right off the bat, so that's pretty good. Um, and then same thing as I have been complaining about. Give him some pepper on a hero, you gain an additional 8 max health. So I don't know.
No, I
Because
think
now
that's
we're
dope.
doing that same bit. It is a cool thing, but I've been complaining about give me some pepper or give them some pepper uh, for the damage. Now we're getting health back for the same thing. While if we just chose talent 1, we're getting damage instead. So basically, if we chose veteran marksman, it'd be the same gameplay feel as it was before the change. The only difference is we have a 60% loan that we could lose. That's kind of the only difference.
Right.
So, shucks. Okay, I'm changing my thing. Tier 1, let's go veteran marksman.
Okay.
At the very least, it's brand new, right? So we should at least use the brand new part of it. And the lone talent is the big feature of this whole thing.
Okay.
So, because as I'm thinking, now we have 2 quest talents that require giving some pepper on a hero. And I just don't think these other 2 talents are as helpful. Well, fighter flight. Fighter flight's good too, though. Fighter flight is good. Like he's got great survivability, but he's a ranged assassin, so you don't want to go too self-heal wise on his build, else you're gonna miss that damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think fight or flight's the one. I mean, unless you're like, oh, I'm gonna get owned because their team is whatever. But
Yeah. Because he's another basic attacker. He only has one ability that actually does damage. So, basic attacks are his big thing.
yeah.
And so, speaking of which, back to 7, unstable compound is what I chose. Increase the area of give him some pepper by 15%, so you can hit more guys in a single shot. Each enemy hero hit with give him some pepper grants Raynor 10 mana and reduces the cooldown of penetrating rounds by 1.5 seconds. So
Cool.
you can get mana back, which is nice. And then your penetrating round you can do more often. And penetrating round is kind of more so I use it since it pushes enemies back. I use it as I need to run away and there's someone chasing me, so I'll knock them away from me. And then when you get really comfortable
Yeah.
with the move, you can use it then to position your enemy where you want them.
In desperate times,
Um,
it can be used as a finisher. If they're like stupid close, you can just
Absolutely,
shove
yeah,
that out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yes, yes. Which is definitely a build. I saw someone who was really tearing it up with a penetrating round build. So everything he did focused on making penetrating rounds stronger. And it was
Huh.
cool. I was watching the video and he was really tearing it up. Um, 10, same thing. Hyperion will control an area, control a lane or a team fight, and then Raynor's Raider is your single target. So if you really want to tear down, um, at this point, you should get a good feel on we need to kill these enemy heroes better than you do Raynor's Raiders, or we need to push lanes better than Hyperion.
Okay.
13, I've got Give Me More. So increase Adrenaline Rush healing by 50%, while Inspire is active, gain 1 basic attack range. And we didn't really go over his moves.
Okay.
So sorry, peeps. We'll do that really, really quick. Penetrating round. I said you do the damage. It knocks him back. Inspire. You pop that, and then all your allies, nearby allied minions and mercenaries get attack speed and movement speed for 4 seconds, um, which is good for pushing a lane because now you will definitely uh, move down lane faster and attack faster to help control that lane. Um, and then Adrenaline Rush, you pop this and you heal for 25% of your max health. Um, and then your basic attacks will actually lower the cooldown on this because it's a 45-second cooldown, and by half a second. But if you hit a hero, it's 1 second.
Oh.
So you got a self heal, a minion buff, and then your knockback move. So what this talent does is your self heal. You're gonna heal by 50% more, and then while Inspire's active, you have 1 larger range, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. It's active enough that that's definitely relevant.
hmm Another option, Giddy Up. If you're on a large map, Giddy Up can give you a little bit of an edge in some movement because it increases your movement and your mounted movement speed by 10%. And your Inspire gets 10% as well.
Oh, so maybe on like a tribute map or something where that matters. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So tribute map. Trying to think, what's a big one? The Sky Temple map when we're in that like the big desert area,
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
big desert map.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very large map, so being able to move that around a little faster, that would be helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
So 16, I have Paint Them Red, increase the damage of penetrating round by 50% and heal for 90% of the damage penetrating round deals to heroes.
Oh, okay.
So I mainly chose this because you get a self heal out of it, and it'll be nice if you're running away and you need to get someone away from you. You can just blast them, and you get some health back from it. Um, this one was hard because I think they're all pretty decent. So Rallying Cry, your Inspire now increases the attack speed by 20%, which is great. Um, and then you get a bonus passive to every 12 basic attacks. You can cast Inspire for free. So that's pretty nice as well.
Yeah.
And then the Bounty Hunter one, give him some pepper. If it's a hero, you deal an additional, excuse me, pardon me, you deal an additional 3% of your maximum health as damage. and then Raynor gets some armor himself. Uh, but you have to actually hit your trait. You have to hit D to activate this, and then the next attack will do the damage. This one is good, like we always say, since he's doing percent of max health damage. This will be good on your big beefy tanks. So Deathwing, Muradin, Stitches, any of those big beefy boys. So if you have like a lot of bruisers or beefy tanks on the enemy team, Bounty Hunter might be nice. But because we get a self heal, I'm going to lean on Paint Them Red. But this is a choice. Everyone is good. Everyone is good. Excuse me again. It is nighttime. Uh, so for this one, first I'm going to say the one that pisses me off.
Okay.
Sergeant Pepper. So give him some pepper now activates after every third basic attack. I would feel like this is a much more tempting choice to pick if it was on like maybe tier 13.
Yeah.
But having this, so it's just one less attack, but that could really add up fast.
Oh, for sure.
But having it on the level 20 talent, I don't know, I don't like it.
That game's pretty much decided by then. Yeah.
Yeah, Sergeant Pepper, I don't like. I get it. If you hit 20, then and you're on the losing team, you might want to take this. This could really potentially amp things up for you much quicker. But I still think at that point, you're not going to have a lot of structures left. It might be too late. It might be you may not be able to come back from it, even if you start gaining damage faster.
Yeah.
So I just don't know. I think that would be a much more tempting 13 or 16 talent. So anyway, so this is a hard one too. So besides Sergeant Pepper, the rest are all pretty sweet. If you really like your heroics, you can definitely pump up your heroics. Never wrong to do. These other two are pretty great. I chose Raider's Roll for now because I kind of wanted to test it out a bit. So Adrenaline Rush grants Unstoppable, so you cannot be harmed by slows, stuns, roots, anything that makes you not move normally, you're free of. You'll still take damage, but you can't be harmed by anything else that will make you not move properly. Um, and then you continue to heal for an additional 2 seconds. And the additional healing will end once you reach 70% health. So that's super solid. You can go really low and you can pump yourself all the way up to a max of 70% of your health.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
It just sounds massive. Excuse me. So the other interesting one is Execute Orders. So Raynor's death timer is reduced to 30 seconds, and then when you do die, you cast Hyperion towards the closest enemy hero.
See, that's
So
very cool.
That sounds really interesting to me. Yeah.
But we're already trying not to die because of our lone quest.
Exactly. Yes. So if you don't like the stress of making sure your pepper them up is or give them some pepper if you don't like those quest talents, as I was saying before, then I think Execute Orders would be a fantastic one. Because yeah, if you take that first talent, you don't want to die. Or if you already have died and you lost that bonus, then it doesn't really matter anymore. So Execute Orders could still be viable even if you did take Veteran Marksman as a reward. Because if you've already died 4 times by the time you reach 20, you're probably going to be dying a couple more times before the match is over.
A few more times.
Yeah. So, kind of a uh, basic attack survival build for him. Um, yeah, I don't know. The veteran marksman just sounds like a little more painful on that one. Because like so far, like on Vala, if you die and you lose your attack speed, your quest is to build something else. This one is just you're just trying to regain what you lost. So it doesn't feel as nice to me.
Yeah, as good.
Yeah, same with Stitches. I don't remember Stitches exactly, but his is the same thing where you are you get a really nice bonus, and if you die you start to lose it, and then the quest part is for a different thing. So even if you lose it all, you're still gaining something that's very useful. While Raynor is just if you die, you just lost a huge chunk of progress.
Well, all right. On that depressing note, that's the
Yeah,
Raynor
sorry
build.
Raynor fans. Sorry Raynor
Don't
fans.
at
This
me, at Choogie. Don't at me.
yeah, look, I'm with you. And again, I'm not a pro Raynor player, but it's like if I'm not catching something really obvious, feel free to let me know. But
Yeah.
it seems very painful for that quest.
All right. Like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. As always, we appreciate the
Yeah.
love and support. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us every week, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
See ya.